Hi, this is Eric Elder, and welcome to this episode of the Online Christian Music Group. Tonight we're going to look at copyrights and covers. We're going to talk about how to copyright your own music so that you can protect it and make sure no one else uses it without your permission, and also how you can license other people's music, doing a cover song of their song, because you actually are freely allowed to do this. You can do it freely. I say freely, meaning you can do it, but you do need to pay a royalty to the songwriter. So there's a way to do that, and you can legally do that. And so we're going to cover both of those tonight. So I'm going to start with copywriting your own music. And there are a couple ways to do it, but the truth is, anytime you write something, it is copyrighted just by nature of you writing it. So if you have any documentation of it, any song, any printout, and somehow you can date it and timestamp it. Some people would even just take their music, their lyrics, their song, they'd put it in an envelope, seal it, mail it through the post office, and then not open it. And that would have a date stamped on it. And that would be enough to say that you actually were the creator of that work. And that's just sort of a simple way to say, I have written this, and you assert your rights by saying you've written it. But a more official way and a stronger way to do it is to go to copyright.gov. You can go to the National Copyright Database and you can register your work. And whether it's just lyrics for a song, or whether it's a full song, or whether it's an actual recording of the song, a sound recording of the song, you can register it in any stage. And whether it's published or not published, there are different forms that you can use. You can do a whole collection of works at once. You can do a whole CD, a whole album of several songs at once, or you can just do one song at a time. And so let me just take you to the copyright.gov website, because really it's explanatory from there what you do. And you have to follow the path depending on what you're doing. If you're just doing lyrics, you want to use a certain online form. And if you're submitting a sound recording of it, you've actually pressed it into a recording. I say press it like into a CD or an album, but it doesn't have to be pressed. It just has to be created by you. And you can even upload a copy, a digital copy of it. So let's go there right now. And we'll look at just the copyright.gov website. Copyright.gov. And it says, welcome to the US Copyright Office. And this is how you can copyright all kinds of things, but we want to register a song. So we'll go to the registration tab here. And it has different types of work. Register your work, and this is the registration portal. There are all these frequently asked questions. You can look at the types of works, whether it's performing arts, a movie, motion pictures, photographs, visual arts. But we'll say we'll want to go to the registration portal. And you can log in to this electronic copyright office registration system. You used to have to mail these in physical formats, but now, and especially since the pandemic, they have different ways that you can submit them electronically. I'm going to log into my account. If you don't have one, you can create an account. If you're a new user, just click the New Year's button. You can create a free account on the copyright website. I'll log in. And here it shows one of my open cases where I've submitted a songbook called His Name Was Nicholas. And that's this songbook right here. And it's actually this full script and score for a musical. And so I copyrighted the entire book, which includes 25 songs here at the back. So I put it under a work of the performing arts, and it includes all the songs. They have not been recorded yet. They have not been produced anywhere. But I wanted to make sure that my notation and my lyrics were all copyrighted. And in some ways, I do this for protecting in case someone else tries to use the same thing and then they use it without my permission. But really, it's even so that they don't use it and then prevent me from using it. I've heard of cases where people will write a work, write a poem, write a little booklet, and they won't put their name on it. Someone else will take that booklet and reprint it under their own name, and then the original author gets nothing from it, and they have no recourse because they never copyrighted their work. And if they could prove that they had written it beforehand, but it just gets a little complicated. So if you, just to protect your own work, you can go through this process. And I submitted a form here for this book before it was published. And this is just a lot of data here. And I won't go through all the screens that you fill out, but you just fill out the title of the work, the length of pages, and you pay a fee. This was a $65 fee. I'm recording this here in July 21st of 2021. And currently it's $65 to register a work under the Copyright Office. Now, you can also copyright other things. For instance, I have some, this one is open because of the pandemic. It's taking them a while to process all the physical mail. Once I filled out the form, they said, please send in 2 copies, 2 of your best copies of the work. And they keep that at the Library of Congress, and the Library of Congress is in charge of all this, and they keep the works in big storehouses there. And so they can be pulled out if they're ever needed to solve a copyright dispute. And so you mail in 2 copies, but because of the pandemic, everything's slow. So even though I submitted this in July of last year, it has taken this long because things are backed up to actually get finalized and get it through all the processing. It normally doesn't take that long, but it especially takes longer now. But in the past, I've done other works, and let's see if I can find another work that I had. All cases. And here's one, this is a ballet movie that I did, a Christmas Story ballet. And if I click on that, it tells me it was a motion picture. And so this was also another $65 fee. And I actually recorded a version of a Christmas ballet that was based on a book that I wrote. And so I paid $65, uploaded the video of it because I only posted it on YouTube, but I wanted to copyright it still, that it was our creative work. And so I copyrighted that. I've also copyrighted books. I had a St. Nicholas the Believer, and that was a few years ago, so that was $55. It was a literary work, you can see here. And so you can copyright different kinds of things. And in the past, I have copyrighted CDs. So I have an album of 12 songs that I wrote called Clear My Mind, and all the songs are on here. And I uploaded all of them at once, and then I mailed in 2 copies of this along with my fee, and that registered it. And if you go and search for any work that's out there, and you can search for Clear My Mind and Eric Elder, and it will pull up this CD and it will show the copyright that was done. This was done many years ago, over 20 years ago. And so it's not in this current screen that I'm looking at. But if you search on their searchable website to see what's been copyrighted, you can find that. And now if you submit a single song, it's also, I think, $65. So you could submit 12 singles, but that would be very costly. It's better if you have a whole album, and you can submit a collection of works all at once, and that establishes your copyright. They will mail you a form, email, or send it by a physical paper that says that this is your documentation, this is your case number, and it will give you proof that you have registered your copyright. Not a lawyer, and I'm not recommending legal counsel here as far as the law goes. I'm just telling you what I've done in the past. So this is a way that you can copyright your things. Just go to copyright.gov and uploading your materials, mailing in physical copies of your materials, the best copy you have of the best version that you have. So whatever format it's in, you can copyright your materials that way. And it's really not a complicated procedure. It's just something that you want to go through, get your works registered, and submit the proper materials that you need to submit for whatever you're trying to copyright. The second thing I wanted to talk about tonight is licensing other people's music, because a lot of times you'll want to sing a famous song, or you want to play an instrumental of a famous song. And in the past, it was a complicated process, and I've done this for over 25 years. And in the past, you would have to contact each publisher of every song that you wanted to do. My sister has about 120 songs now out online. And in the past, we were going for each of those songs, and we would have to work with the publisher and get permission from them. And sometimes they'd say, yeah, you can do it, but you have to have a minimum of 1,000. And according to government regulations, you are required to pay 9.1 cents per, for instance, CD that you produce that has that song on it, or 9.1 cents per download of that song. If someone buys your song for 99 cents, 9.1 cents, or almost a tenth of it, goes to the songwriter. And that's valid, that's good, and it's nice that there is an official way that you can do it, but you had to go through each publisher individually. Now, there are other sites that will just handle it all for you, and I'm going to show you one right now. This website is called easysonglicensing.com, and it's one that CD Baby recommends, and they deal with rights, clearing cover songs, and you can go through their pages here, and it just says clear a cover song, and you can legally release your new version of any song in 1 to 2 business days. And then you can say, click more. Custom licensing, this is if you want to release your music on YouTube videos, film, print, stage, and more. And then you can also get their particular seal of authenticity, but you're not required to have that. Let's say you want to clear a song. You just go to this, you say clear a cover song, you click it, you can log in. I already have an account, but you could create an account for free, your name, your email address, your password. I'm going to go to my login here. And here you can see I've licensed a song called Fairy Tale, piano and cello with Eric Elder and Cleo Friend. And you can view that license. This is one that I just recently uploaded and I shared with you on a previous episode about that. And it tells the song, it tells who it's by, and it tells the publisher. This is Cobalt Music in the Netherlands, the length of the song, and I paid $15.02 to do that licensing. I only licensed 25 digital downloads for this song. Now, to explain how it works, because there's so many different ways you could stream music, download music, make CDs of the music. If someone is going to download your song, say they buy it on iTunes or they buy it on Amazon Music and they pay 99 cents or $1.29 or whatever they pay, and they download it, then you are required to pay the songwriter that 9.1 cents. If, however, you stream the song on Pandora or Spotify or YouTube or Amazon Music, if you stream it, then those companies are responsible for paying those royalties because they're making money in a different way. And so they pay the streaming royalties. And when you sign up for CD Baby or some other distributor to get your music onto Pandora and Spotify and Amazon Music, you explain all this, you give all this information to CD Baby, and they distribute it to everyone. And then each of those companies pays per stream. And that adds up to a lot because you can get 1,000 streams or 10,000 streams or 100,000 streams. That would be a lot. And you don't make that much per stream. So the company, like Pandora, they pay that portion to the artist. And so they'll handle that for you. So in this licensing that I'm showing you right now with Easy Song Licensing, I'm only licensing for digital downloads or for pressing a CD. But I don't press CDs anymore as of this year. We've stopped pressing CDs. Amazon doesn't press CDs anymore for us. They used to press them. We would upload the music and they would press them. So I only license digital downloads. And I usually start very conservatively. You have to do at least 25 digital downloads as a minimum. And so I license 25. So let's take a look. I'll do a quick calculation. Let's see, it's 9 cents. So 0.091, because it's 9.1 cents, times 25. And that's only $2.27 to license that many songs. So it's a very minimal amount that you have to license, but then you pay a fee to Easy Song License for handling all this in the background, so you don't have to contact each publisher. So my cost was $15.02. Now, when someone downloads it, when I get to 25 downloads, if 25 people download my song and pay for it, then I need to come back in here and I have to renew. So I can come back and I can renew for more licenses. And so every year I come back in and I look at how many sales I've had and how many people have bought it, and then I renew it. So it's sort of a thing that you're ongoing, you're doing it on an ongoing way. And so for my sister, for instance, for 120 songs, she does get a lot of downloads and a lot of CDs. She still sells some CDs. And so for each of those that she sells, she makes sure that her licenses are in order. So sometimes she'll license 100 downloads or 1,000 downloads based on how many songs people have downloaded and how many she expects to have downloaded in the future. for my cover songs, I don't have so many downloads. More people just stream the music than actually download it or press it. So I don't have to have many licenses for that. I start with the minimum and then I adjust as the years go on. So this is a way to do it. Again, this is a very easy way to compared to the way it was before. You can just go to easysonglicensing.com. You can do this before you actually have your song ready, or you can do it after you record it and you know the exact length and all the details about it. For instance, if I want to clear this cover song, I'm working on one right now called Waving Through the Window, which is from an upcoming movie called Dear Evan Hansen. It was a Broadway play, and I love some of the songs. So I've got some of the songs that I love playing, and so I'm going to record them and release them as the movie comes out. And it just says, what's your contact information? Confirm and continue. Your release, it says, what's the title of your album or single? I'm just going to have a single. I'll call it Waving Through a Window. The album artist, that's me, Eric Elder, or the group if you're part of a group. It says, when are you going to do this? Has it been finished recording or is it still recording? So I'm going to say it's still recording. My release month, I hope to release it in September of 2021. Formats, I'm not going to press any CDs. I'm just doing a single. I'm not doing DVDs. I'm just going to do digital downloads. And how many? I'll just start with a minimum of 25 digital downloads. Save and continue. What's the song title? You're going to add the song title. It's the same as my album title, Waving Through a Window. The original recording artist, it says here, provide the name of the artist if you know it. If you don't know it, provide the name of the composer or any well-known musician other than you that's performed it. So they're going to go and do some research and get back to you. But if you already know it, that's great. The length of your recording in seconds and minutes. It says, however, if you're still in the process of recording and mixing, you can leave this blank for now. You'll have the chance to add this later before the licenses are secured, if necessary. I'll add the recording artists, Pasek and Paul are the songwriters. I'll say add and finish. Please review this info, submit when ready. Your free copyright search begins after you click it. It says, here I am, Eric Elder, waving through a window, 25 downloads. I'm still recording it. I'll release it in September. And here's the song and the creators of the song. And it has 0 minutes because I haven't figured that out yet, because I haven't fully recorded it and finished it. And then I could click submit. And so then they will go and look, find who all that is. They'll get back to you in 1 or 2 days, and they will create a document that says you are now officially cleared, and they will deal with getting the money that you paid to Easy Song Licensing to the songwriters. So this is actually a very easy way now to record your songs. I'm not going to submit it now because I do want to actually record it. I prefer to do it that way and do it all in one step. So I'll record it over the next few weeks or so, and then I will know exactly how long it is, and then I will submit it. So I'll pay $15, for instance, and then my song will be licensed. Then I can upload it to CD Baby. I can send it out to Pandora and YouTube and Spotify and Amazon Music and all those different platforms, and my song will be licensed. So this is how to copyright your own music and then how to license other people's music. And in the past, it was a much more complicated process. Now it's much, much easier. You just go to copyright.gov to do your own music. You go to Easy Song Licensing or another licensing company like harryfox.com, and you can license your cover songs there. And so you really can cover yourself and have this all cleared, and it will all be done and you'll be safe and protected. Again, I am not a lawyer. This is not legal advice, but I have been doing this for many, many years. And this is how I've come to understand how these copyright laws work and what can help protect your music and protect when you record someone else's music too. Thanks for watching. I hope this was a good introduction to you for copyrights and covers. Hope you'll come back again.